Alright, good morning everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Tuesday, July 16th, 2024. Gonna be live here. I have kind of a new production schedule going right now. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I film for Dash in homeless camps and around the city. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have Streets of Austin in the mornings. Sometimes we'll be doing Austin After Dark in the evening, but Austin After Dark is Friday night and Saturday night. And then, so that's pretty much the schedule. And I also come out when I have time in the mornings to do more of these kind of streams. So, I hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm going to be out here for a few hours this morning covering the streets and seeing exactly what's happening today. Man, the city's getting a little more violent than it normally has been in the past. That is something that's happening. It's odd. Homicides are on the rise. Good morning, Kathy. How are you doing? Homicides are on the rise right now, and that's scary. We basically, up until yesterday, had a homicide every day. We did not have one yesterday, thank goodness. Good morning, Kathy. How are you doing today? I'm sick, guys. I'll tell you that right now. I was running a fever last night. I was not running a fever this morning, but I'm still not feeling 100%. I think yesterday it was the heat that got me. So, and I'm still kind of feeling the effects of the heat from yesterday. We hiked a very long way in the heat, and we carry a case of water on our back plus food, and I carry a knife and a pistol, and we carry a lot of stuff. So when you go out and hike a few miles in some really bad terrain with all that weight, it gets tough. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to head to South Austin or stay up here in North Austin. I don't really know which way to go yet. Trying to figure it out. Let's see, Kathy, did you send me a message on X? I can't remember. Let's see. I will be clearing lists Thursday and Friday of this week. We're going to do our biggest clearing that we have done so far. Thanks for sending it in to me. So yesterday, after releasing the videos of the homeless camps down on the Williamson Creek Greenbelt, the Austin police reached out to me, and so I have a direct line into them now. I have somebody in the police department that I can call that is in command staff that can help us. So I got the video, so I don't need that. I just wanted the image so I can try and make it clear. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's right. You need that image. Hang on. I'm going to send that to you right now. Sorry. Are you talking about the image, Kathy? You know, the bad image? Is that what you need? I don't want to send it to you if that's not what you're looking for, because it's gruesome. But if it's that image, I will definitely do it. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, hang on.
113, we don't have your PDF of cell in CAD, so the ME has your cell to call.
One sec here. I'm gonna. Andrew Robbins, how are you doing, sir? Good morning to you. There you go, Kathy. It is in your messages. Gosh, man, y'all, listen. The Williamson Creek Greenbelt. I counted, it was either 25 or 26, somewhere around that number, poop buckets yesterday. And here's, and you know, when when the camps are full, like full of all the junk, it's hard, you don't always see the poop buckets. They could be buried or they blend in. But, hang on a sec. But they are cleaning out the Williamson Creek Greenbelt right now, so you can very much see all the poop buckets because the city doesn't touch them. They will just leave them where they're sitting. So you're walking down the Greenbelt and you just see piles of buckets off to the side or off to the side of a clearing. And if you're using the Greenbelts in Austin right now, I will warn you, do not touch a bucket if you see a bucket somewhere. You don't want to touch that. I'm just going to say it right now. You don't want anything to do with that bucket. That's like horror movie stuff. It is legitimately horror movie type stuff. Did we drop already? No, we're back. I cannot believe the city leaves those buckets. I really can't. I can't believe it. You would think they would have some kind of hazmat crew or somebody that would go out and pick those up, but oh man, it's bad. And right now in the heat, without getting too graphic and making people sick, you can smell a pile of buckets before you even get to it. It's that bad. And sometimes, you know what, never mind, I'm not going to go into detail. I don't think you guys need that in-depth of an image of what a poop bucket is. But I have had a lot of people, I mentioned that I'm going to have poop bucket t-shirts made. And a lot of people say that they would love to have one. So we're going to be making some poop bucket t-shirts. Hincho in Austin. Poop buckets. And Andrew, I'm going to send you the first one. I know you'll wear it. I know you'll wear it very proudly. Andrew gets the first poop bucket t-shirt. Guys, for y'all that don't know, Andrew, who's in the chat here, Andrew Robbins, he is the genius behind my website, my logo, all of that stuff. Andrew did every bit of, like, basically my online presence. Andrew did all of it. My website, my donation links, all of that is straight through Andrew. He did all of it, and he did it for free. It blows my mind, but he does. And this guy is such an awesome guy. He made that website and it looked so great. I had been working on a website before, like through one of those online, because I'm not a techie person, but I'd been working on one of those website through one of those online builders, and it just looked horrible. Andrew comes in and just throws this thing together, and it's wonderful. It is wonderful. I could never thank him enough. Yeah, that's right. Yes, you did do the logo. Yep, you did the logo. You did. Yeah, I remember now. You came up with several different styles of logo. There was one logo that was really cool. I remember that you took the A for Austin, and it kind of looked like a tent that people were sleeping under, if I remember right. I need to go back and look for those again, because those logos were really cool. If I remember right, you did have one like that. blows my mind how creative people, their brains work. I just don't get it. He just spit that out of his noggin like it was nothing. Alright, let's see what calls are on the books right now.
23, that'll be for ID number 06133115.
And see, Andrew, he lives in an area that is pretty much ground zero for the homelessness issue. He had a gun pulled on him by a homeless guy one night. All he was doing was out for a walk and had a gun pulled on him. And it's crazy. It's very crazy. And I know I've talked about this before, but Andrew's from Minnesota. He was up there when all of the George Floyd stuff was happening and could see the direction it was heading, so he got out, got him and his family out, thankfully. Gets down here to Austin, and we seem to be headed in that same direction. We seem to be headed in that same direction. Is my camera still... So I have 2 cameras going right now. I'm trying to figure out which one looks the best. Okay, so I have this camera that you're looking at right now. So I want you guys to tell me which one looks better. I have the one that you're looking at now, and then I have this one. So we'll call this number 2. That'll be number 1, and that'll be number 2. I don't know which one looks better. Does the one with the lighter picture look better? I can't tell. I can't tell at all. I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok the last few days. There is a guy on TikTok. He goes by, his channel is World of T-Shirts. And I think his name is Joshua Block. Anyway, I went down this World of T-Shirts rabbit hole. Oh my God. It's like, it's a crazy story. This poor guy, man, he's an alcoholic, and he's famous because he's an alcoholic. That is a bad way to gain fame and followers, by drinking yourself to death. Joshua Block, World of T-Shirts. But if you ever want a rabbit hole, if you want to go down a rabbit hole, go to YouTube or wherever and search for World of T-Shirts and Daniel Larson. Those are 2 guys that got TikTok famous. And they are both absolutely a mess. Alright, let's see what we got going. Austin traffic report page. Alright, we've got a collision, Grand Avenue Parkway. Man Shack and Ben White. Let's see, Man Shack and Ben White. get out from under this tree. Let's see here. All right, so most of my viewers are over on X, and I just want to let you guys know that if you are on other platforms, I live stream onto X, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and sometimes on Instagram. Every once in a while I'll do an Instagram live, but that doesn't happen very often. Also Rumble. I don't think I'm on Rumble this morning though. And starting this week, we're going to be live streaming over on Odyssey as well. Definitely going to be live streaming on to Odyssey. Those guys were nice enough to reach out and give me a bump and put me on their main page for a while, which was really awesome of them.
George, Nora,
Speaking of Rumble, oh wait. Rumble.
Yeah,
Brrr.
Center 11, I got 227 put on the card.
Go ahead, but first.
First one will be Texas DL 38824010, check.
10-4, go ahead with the next.
Second 47362327.
10-4.
All right. Good morning, Brent.
Control 92, 1023.
So I'm looking at, been looking this morning at the homicide numbers in the city, which is why I named the stream Homicides on the Rise. And it's been a very bloody week for the city of Austin. We've had a lot of homicides this week. And there's been stabbing, shootings. It's been a bad week for homicides. So I've got a story that's going to be coming out a little later this afternoon, talking about the numbers. I've talked to a few people about why it is that the numbers are on the rise. So hopefully you guys will get to see that and get some use out of it, and try to start making sense of the numbers. Ever since 2020, homicides every year have incrementally risen. The numbers are definitely on the rise, and you know there's a big reason for that. One of the reasons is people on the street. There is a lack of, they just don't care about law enforcement anymore. 2020 was one of the worst years for law enforcement. People do not, a lot of the people on the street do not respect law enforcement anymore, and they just do not care. And then you add into that that the city of Austin defunded the police department back then. And yes, I get it. A million people are going to come up and say, oh, they're not defunded, they got their funding back. But what people don't see is they may have gotten the funding back, but they did not recover from the number of officers that we lost during that time. We're over 500 officers short right now on the street. Not only are we short-staffed, but the police officers on the street, they're demoralized. They have no support from the command staff. They have no support from City Hall, and they definitely do not have the support of DA Jose Garza. These cops are on the street every day trying to do what's right, and at the same time, if God forbid, they are put in the position to where they have to use deadly force, or any force really, there is a chance that they could be charged for it. There's a chance that they could go to prison. And so, cops are basically doing what they can do to survive and do their job at the same time. And all of that correlates into higher homicide rates, higher rates of violent crime, especially property crimes. Property crimes have been on the rise for a while, even though those aren't, they could be technically, I guess, considered, they could be considered violent, depending on if somebody is in the home or the business when they go in to rob them. But people are not seeing, exactly what happens. And then you have accounts out here, especially over on X, like this idiot here in Austin. He goes by Grits for Breakfast. This guy, they just dismiss it out of hand. They don't even care. They won't even listen to your argument. They just dismiss you. And then you have the guy that, man, I'll tell you, there was a guy that started busting my chops about a year ago. His account was called Austin Tribune. He was obviously a troll, and he was just a shit talker, and that's all he was. And it came out, found out the other day that Mackenzie Kelly has a challenger this year. Her name is Krista. I can't remember her last name. But the guy that was running the Austin Tribune account works for her campaign. So here recently, he has deactivated his Austin Tribune account. And this guy has done more shit talking than any other account in Austin. I've blocked him. I blocked him way back when, because he was just crazy, man. The guy was nuts. And to find out that the people that are running these troll accounts are actually, could be working in city government, that's freaking scary, man. That's scary that these people could be put into office and have some type of power. I don't know about you, but that's not somebody I want running the city that I live and work in. It blows my mind that these people, and when somebody like that gets a little bit of power, they get a little bit of power, they will use it to the max to further their the identity politics behind what they're doing. Exactly, Andrew. Everybody wants a safer city except for those people. I'm telling you, it's like they are hell-bent on causing as much destruction as fast as possible. And I think they know it. I don't think they're stupid. I think they legitimately know what they're doing. But they just don't care. They want to tear the system down and rebuild it into whatever, their political, their ideology. They want to rebuild it into a communist system. And the only way to truly rebuild into a communist system is to tear down the system that we currently have. And they are hell-bent on doing that. They're hell-bent on tearing it down. It doesn't matter that they come out and say that, oh no, that's not what we want. No, guys, don't believe your eyes. We're not doing that. All you got to do is look at their actions. I suspect they're going to get more extreme now, knowing that Trump is about to take power again. They probably, man, it's my opinion. Things are going to get crazy between now and November. Things are going to get nuts. You're right. I think they will get more extreme. You're going to, Antifa, I guarantee you, the Summer of Love, the Antifa people, they're going to be showing their head again within the coming months. And I suspect they're probably already planning it. These people, they plan very well. And I would imagine they already have plans to rear their ugly little heads again. But the assassination attempt on President Trump, I think, changed a lot of stuff. The media, they are going to have to tone down their rhetoric against him. What do these people think would happen when you spend the last, 8 years, 9 years telling people that this is literally Hitler, he's going to kill you, he's going to put you in concentration camps? What do people think is going to happen when you tell somebody that over and over. There's obviously going to be somebody that's a little mentally unstable that's going to take it seriously. And I can tell you right now that if I literally thought that I was in danger of, if I literally thought that I was in danger or my kids were going to be put in concentration camps, there would be violence as well. Have you seen what's going on in Houston with people attacking power linemen brought in to restore power given water laced with fentanyl? I've heard about that, Jane. Yes, I've heard about that. And I'm not too familiar, why? I don't understand why they're doing this. I saw a video. You guys probably have heard of Mattress Mac. Mattress Mac, he's a Houstonian. He does everything he can for the city. Obviously, he's got money, but he uses that money to help people. And I heard him just tearing into the executives from one of the power companies, CenterPoint, I think it was. I don't understand why people would be doing this to the linemen. What have the linemen done? Most of these linemen, look, back before I did this job, I was an engineer. I worked for Hughes Networks, Hughes Aircraft. We went into areas after these hurricanes and worked on restoring communications. And you're talking working like 12 to 16 hour days, 7 days a week until things are put back in order. It's crazy. Why would they do that to somebody? Why would they do that to the linemen that are just there to help? I don't get it. It's pure evil. That's all it is evil. Now these linemen are not going to be able to, take water from anybody. They're going to have to make sure they know exactly where that water is coming from. Blows my mind. Humans are some of the nastiest, dirty animals on the face of the planet with how, violent and nasty we can be to each other. Brought in from out of town, say they'll never go back to Houston. I mean, shit, that's happening to them. I wouldn't go back there either. I wouldn't blame them not one bit. But Mattress Mac was tearing into the CenterPoint executives in a video I saw yesterday. And Mattress Mac, everything I've ever read about him, heard him talking, he is legitimately trying to help the public. For free, feeding people, letting people come into his stores to take shelter, letting them come in to charge their devices. I heard, at one point he was feeding like 3,500 families a day right after the hurricane. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And right here where Austin's at, if a really strong hurricane hit the coast just right, it could come right up through Austin. I remember, it's been probably 7 or 8 years now, but we got put under a hurricane warning here at one point. Do you know if these people are political activists or something? I see, that's what I don't know, Andrew. Jane, you may know that. Are they political activists, or why? Do you know why it is that they're attacking the linemen? It just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know why they would want to do that. Let's see. Hang on, I'm looking at what calls are open right now in the city. Trash fire. Let's see where that's at. There's a trash fire at... Well, that's interesting.
6.202 option.
Austin 64202.
search Google.
It's going to go to Maryland on 6 Boy David 4995. That's gray Ram 1500.
Your location?
12300 block, hour 70 minutes.
I don't know where the hell that's at. They don't say, others in the comments say they're not regular citizens. They're, would it surprise anybody if these people were the same kind of Antifa people that were brought into places like Portland just to cause trouble? Would it really surprise anybody that these are outside people just brought in to cause agitation and to cause trouble? I mean, we all know that when the power grid's down, polite society will break down very quickly without power. Without power, everything goes out the window. Civilized rules go out the window. So the longer you can keep the power out, the more, the more bullshit you can sow. That's what I'm thinking, Andrew. The longer you can keep the power out, the more society collapses in that area. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Since 2020, since the George Floyd stuff up in Minnesota and the stuff out in over in Portland, it wouldn't surprise me one bit that they're doing something like that. We all remember what happened during the Summer of Love. Shit, we even had it here in Austin, which blows my mind. But, we had the same bullshit here in Austin. I mean, not near to that extent, but it could have gotten to that extent had the police not responded in the forceful way that they did. But then again, most of the cops that had to use force during the riots, they ended up getting charged as well. We're gonna go, let's see. I need to turn. We're probably gonna lose connection up under these bridges. And I'm sorry, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, but there are still massive multiple block tent cities in Minneapolis. So sad what's happened to my once loved city. My friend back there has just resigned himself to the decay. And you know what? That last sentence, my friend there has just resigned himself to the decay. That's a heartbreaking statement. That should never have to happen. Let's see. I see a bunch of, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, such a beautiful state. I think they call it the land of 1,000 lakes. I forget what they call it. Something like that, about 1,000 lakes. It's such a beautiful area to go hunting. If you're an outdoorsman, it's like the absolute perfect place. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful state. And to see, exactly what's happening to it it's a shame. And nobody is stopping it. Nobody's stopping it. What do we got going on over here? Oh, they're doing cleanups. That's what they're doing. We're going to lose signal for just a second, guys. My apologies. I'm going to try to get out from under this bridge as quick as I possibly can. Come on, Starlink. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright, so they're doing cleanups out here right now under the highway. That's what they're doing. All of the homeless have moved to another, across the highway. And we're going to pull in here and see if we can't give you guys a view of what they're actually doing, if possible. So this is what we do here. Jane, thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, I do care. I care quite a bit. So check this out. This is how we do this here. You guys see this right here. So these people, what they do is they move out from under the bridges. The bridge is where they're sleeping is there. The city comes to clean. They move all of their junk to this side of the street. And then they, once the city's done cleaning over there, they go and move back in. And this costs an absolute ton of money. We do this every week here in Austin. Every week. There's no telling what this costs the city. Every week. We do this over and over. And it's, yeah, they do. That's exactly what this is. They have their own personal house cleaners. You're right. They have their own personal house cleaners. It's not just, this is Man Shack and Ben White that we're just looking at. But it's back here as well. We're gonna go drive through. We'll go drive through the Sunrise area and let you guys get a look at that. Let me transition. Let's see. Here is. This is Sunrise right now. Hundreds of people out there. Hundreds of people out there. Jeez Louise. Expensive house cleaners. But we're going to go drive out by the Williamson Creek Greenbelt. So for those that didn't hear this earlier, yesterday I put out the videos of the Williamson Creek Greenbelt and the structures that were built out there. And an executive lieutenant from the police department messaged me shortly thereafter and had me give him the location of everything. And so they should be out here this morning doing something. We're right here around the corner. We're gonna go see if they're actually out here doing something or not. I'm gonna bet that they're probably not. Wait, what is today? 16th. So the notices that they had posted in the camps at the Williamson Creek Greenbelt said that it was slated to be cleaned on the 17th. Just tagged you in a couple of post threads. Okay, thanks, Jane. I definitely want to take a look at that stuff because that's you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at it now. Actually, that's mind-blowing that they're doing that.
Working on the front lines to get the power back on. Say they have been threatened or assaulted.
Here, I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Could you put back the center divider at the west entrance of building 1000? 10-4.
We're gonna try to look at this stuff together real quick. We're gonna do window capture. Sorry, I'm setting this up on the fly, y'all. I'm setting it up on the fly. Media source, let's see. Audio input capture. Okay, we're gonna go here.
It'll be building 2000. If you could remove the...
We're gonna look at this together here in just a second. I want y'all to see this video. If y'all give me 1 second here. Give me 1 quick second. Fubar, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? Let me make sure that I don't have any craziness up on my browser. There you go. Okay. Okay, 1 second, guys, and then I'm gonna pull this up. Let me turn right down here. Actually, you know what? We will go ahead and transition to browser. Let me stop my radio. Can y'all see my browser now?
Power back on, say they have been threatened or assaulted while on the job. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mario Diaz in for Bill Barajas. It's been 1 week since Hurricane Beryl, and tonight there are...
Hang on, we're going under trees. I want to make sure that we can hear this. 1 second. Okay, perfect, you can see it. All right, cool.
Attacks on linemen. Several people working on the front lines to get the power back on say they have been threatened or assaulted while on the job. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mario Diaz in for Bill Barajas. It's been 1 week since Hurricane Beryl, and tonight there are approximately 268,000 CenterPoint customers in our area still without power. Local leaders say not only does CenterPoint have to do better, but so do Houstonians after several linemen were victimized while trying to restore the city's electricity. One man was arrested for threatening a lineman with a gun. KPRC2 reporter Corley Peel is speaking with that lineman tonight.
I spoke with that lineman on the phone. He didn't want to go on camera, but he says he's here from out of state, and he's been helping restore power in our neighborhoods ever since Beryl hit. He is okay, but police say those committing crimes against crews will face stronger penalties.
People of Houston. Boy, I got
Some out-of-state linemen speaking out on TikTok after receiving threats and people questioning their work as they restore power following Beryl.
We're all here and we're all working our hardest, but we can only do what CenterPoint asks us to do and when they tell us to go.
This video shows a man on 59 near Buffalo Speedway hitting a crew's truck with an object. Several law enforcement and local leaders came together addressing the violence against power crews.
We've had guys have guns pulled on them. We've had guys had rocks picked up and slung at them. I had a crew out in Sugar Land, D&T Power, we're working out in Sugar Land. They had guys have AK-47 standing across the street from them, never pointed it at them, but menacing them.
Some linemen harassed while eating lunch, accused of not working, forcing crews to move staging areas.
They elected to move their operation from Barnett Stadium, which was very close to the work being done, all the way out to Barker Cypress because they felt threatened. Well, that slows down everything. And that meant more people were going to be without power even longer because of the distance that they're going to have to travel just to get back and do that kind of work.
This man, 38-year-old Anthony Leonard, now charged with aggravated assault. It happened in this area of Hayes Road and Willcrest Drive, where several crews have been stationed waiting for their next job. Police say Leonard pulled out a gun on one of the electric utility workers, then took off. I did speak with that lineman, and he tells me fortunately he is okay.
When we're told to go, we go. And we go hard as we possibly can, because we miss our families too. We want to go home. We want to see our wives. We want to see our kids.
CenterPoint sent out a message saying those out-of-state crews were invited to be here, so they're not obligated to stay if they feel unsafe. They can leave.
That is absolute insanity. What in the heck? I don't understand why they would do that. I think we've got somebody down here working. So we're right here. We're behind the Lowe's at on the the Williamson Creek Greenbelt. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. We're back here on the Williamson Creek Greenbelt. Trying to see if I can get around these people. Yeah, man, it sucks when you come in from out of town like that to help restore power for people and they treat you that way. Shit. We are very early in the hurricane season right now, and it's gonna happen again. You know, like I was saying earlier, I remember a few years, this was probably 8 or 9 years ago, we had a hurricane warning here in Austin because that hurricane just came to the just the right place here in Austin, or here in Central Texas, and made it this far inland as a hurricane. We could have that same thing happen this year. Very much so could happen. And it's scary to think about. But see, if people are doing that to these linemen, the citizens in that area should step in and do something. You can't wait. You can't always wait for police to get there. You've got to help your fellow human being. If we see somebody right now stop a car and just start beating the piss out of somebody,
is this going to be a red tag or is it going to be a normal rotation?
It's part of our business. Hang on a sec. It's part of our business. We should be stepping in and helping our fellow man. And people, instead of helping, they pull out their phone and they start recording.
532,
Yeah, everybody wants that next viral video. Well, you know what? Look, who am I to say anything? I got cameras all over this car, so I'm not really one to be saying anything about filming anything, but it's still, it's messed up, though, that people would rather film than help. Boy, don't I sound like a freaking hypocrite right now.
7-311, can I get another unit out here? I got 3 in a vehicle. I'm going to do a PC search.
Yep, I'm sounding like a big old hypocrite. Talk about people filming while I'm sitting here with, 5 cameras in this car. My bad.
And Airport Boulevard northbound.
You guys low report 12001 Capenley.
They're doing a PC search on Airport.
Unit to assist 7-311 on East 18th Street and Airport.
18th and Airport. We're going there.
7406 offset. I just got to the CDO. I can go 17 so.
10-4. Austin 7-311. 306 is en route to your location.
Alright, we're going to go to where they're doing a search. We are
455, 5123. You're going to be setting out 2769.
We're 10 minutes,
455, 10-4.
we are 7 minutes out from where they're doing a search
Showing
right
no
now.
DL, no 29.
Yeah, I'm sent to confront these people off and off camera. You need this for... Yeah, well, you know what? We try not to confront. You know, confrontation doesn't lead to anything.
64906.
And we are in these camps alone. You know what I mean? We're alone. So we try to avoid the confrontation as much as possible.
Austin 64906.
I would rather, you know, have a peaceful conversation. It's all up to be prepared. So, hey, speaking of that, Andrew, check this out. A few days ago, this was last week, we were filming in a camp. Hang on, let me make sure my stuff is coming back up. Doesn't look like it. There it is. All right, we're back.
Austin 64803.
I was filming in a camp on Friday.
1067.
Oh, here, there's a really, really bad accident right here.
648, go ahead. Austin 64803. Darian Moore, showing violent person, previous assault on law enforcement. No 29. 648, 10-4.
Oh, you're not going to be able to see anything because of the... Yeah, you're not going to be able to see anything. All right, well, anyway, last week on Friday, we were in a camp filming.
Austin 64906.
And what ended up happening was a dog came at us. Actually, it was several dogs that came at us pretty hard. And I ended up having to pepper spray one of the there was a pit bull. I ended up having to pepper spray a pit bull. And when I pepper sprayed that pit bull, he looked at me like I was stupid, and he looked at me like he didn't care, and he just kept coming.
Four, other unit you recovered.
Dave, I look back, Dave already had his pistol out. We thought we were going to have to shoot that dog. He was coming after us. So I ended up spraying him several times in the face, and then I sprayed the ground in front of him. He didn't care. He didn't give a shit about that pepper spray.
7-1000.
He did not care, not one bit about the pepper spray.
Austin 7-1000.
So anyway, my friend Kyle Seraphin, I don't know if you guys know who Kyle is. Kyle has the Kyle Seraphin show. He was the ex-FBI agent. He's pretty popular. He's got a pretty popular show. I was talking to him over the weekend, and he was telling me that when he was with the FBI, they would take, and instead of using bear mace or bear spray or pepper spray on animals, they would take these mini fire extinguishers that you can get that's about the same size as a can of bear spray.
I'm getting a record for you.
That's what they would use on dogs, and it worked perfectly. Especially you can get the fire extinguishers that it depletes the oxygen. So, it makes it hard for them to breathe.
Yes, sir, whenever you're
I
ready.
mean, it's not permanent. You're not going to hurt the dog, but it will give you time to get
Henry,
away.
George
You know what
Charles,
I mean?
Mary
So
5,
I have a couple of those
6-3,
extinguishers
5-3,
ordered that I can
0,
keep on my
2,
belt
5,
just
1,
in case
2, 2.
something like that is to happen again. We'll have some kind of protection. All right, we're going to exit
Gabriel
off on
Murphy, showing
235.
conditions of bond. No 29.
What are the conditions?
Look at the skyline. It's crazy what the skyline looks like now. Whole city's changing. Andrew, you've been here for a good bit now. Have you ever actually noticed how much the skyline has changed since you've been here? I've been here for a while now, and it looks nothing like it did when I very first moved here.
Austin 7 boys 009 listed showing
something else.
no firearm possession.
We're, let's see, 5 minutes out from, we're going to a
Go ahead.
a call at Airport and 18th Street,
10-8 from
where
the
there
office of
is
the
a
76
search happening.
Mountain XL for security check.
Travis County Sheriff is making an arrest and doing a search on a car.
Yeah, Manor 21, clear your mouth to the alarm at 20,400 Stelfox Street. It's audible coming from the front door. We do have 2 prior calls to this location. One, I believe, from earlier today, which was
New China.
Model home.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Okay. That's one. I added everything to the card. Okay, thank you.
Fire alarm.
You're welcome.
Swarm. Cleared.
Okay, we're gonna
That's
get
all right. I can
off
show you
right
anything.
here, actually.
He was sleeping inside the vehicle, over on 110. Now several charges are being made at Airport Boulevard. RP will be over at EUIL in 10 minutes at the reception area to his officers, or is also available by phone.
Oh, come on. That damn bus happens to be right in the way. Come on.
432
First
Austin.
guy. There we go.
Austin 432.
Q-Star 1046. Call on the
Oh yeah, my wife and I always comment on it while driving in 35, even south of Lamar is dramatically built up. It's since 21. You're right, and you know the area, the Brody Oaks area, where I film all of the Barton Creek Greenbelt homeless camp videos. That whole area where the old Toys R Us and the Hobby Lobby and all of that, in that parking lot, that is all being demolished, and they are building a domain, is what they're going to be building there. Basically another domain. It's going to be high rises, it's going to be residential and commercial use, mixed use.
2491, can that be
some of the buildings are already boarded up, and they're not going to be used anymore. They will be torn down here before too long. It's kind of sad to see all of that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, Andrew. I spent so much time out there on that piece of property that the guy that owns it was driving through one day and saw us out there, and he stopped and talked with us. I explained to him what I do, and I ended up spending an hour and a half with him there, taking him down into the Greenbelt to show him the homeless camps. He had never been down there to see him. And very nice guy. So I have his phone number now. If we ever see anything there that needs his attention, I can call him directly.
So there is going to be a mental health consumer here.
See, I'm aging. Wonder how much is. It's just the fact it changes so much a month now. I'm telling you, Jane, I just hit my 40s not long ago, and I feel like things are changing at such a dramatic pace right now. It's hard for me to keep up.
What was the third letter?
And I thought it was because I finally hit 40 that, you know, I've got everything is changing, but maybe I'm not the only one. Andrew, yeah, you're 36. You're about to hit that 40 mark too, buddy. You sure are. Oh man, we're stuck by a tree.
Go ahead.
Come on, give it back to me.
King Victor Lincoln 4901.
It feels like the older I get, the faster time flies. Like, I can't keep up with how fast time is flying.
You can show us 10-8. You can show some of the doors for unsecured due to construction.
Man, I tell you what, I couldn't believe it when I hit 40. When I turned 40, I was like, man, I could not believe it. It felt unreal. It felt so unreal. That, and I've got small children. You know, I've got tiny kids. And
Baker 42. Do you want to return?
Already hitting 40, and when I have tiny children, man, it blows my mind.
Return's negative. It's
the only thing that I don't understand, my beard is basically white on my chin. And it's been that way since I was about 34 years old. Now you tell me why. Why is it that my beard turned gray when I was in my early 30s? So everybody looks at my beard and they think that I'm this old man. I don't know how to get it to stop.
42, go for it.
It's basically right on my chin where my beard turned gray. I don't have any gray hair other than my chin. Somebody tell me why that happens. I have no clue, but it kills me. My wife was like, if it bothers you that much, why don't you dye it? And I'm like, oh, come on. I'm not going to be that guy that dyes his beard. There's no way, man. Poop buckets. Yeah, those poop buckets are... I've gotten exposed to toxic waste. It just kills me that I have no gray hair other than my chin. That's it. My chin.
12. You can show me clear of the shops, and I'll be out at the station for
Makes me look old.
Training.
If I shave my beard and mustache off, I'll look like I'm 30.
Copy. Do we show you out of service again, or are you able to call?
All right. There should be...
Out of service.
Copy.
Let's see. That's where they're
Austin
doing
7 Boy, 311, 10-0, 1067.
Uh-oh, they got guys in handcuffs over there.
7 Boy 311, I'm clear.
I would like to film that, y'all. They've got guys in handcuffs over there. We're going to pull a Yui and see if we can go back and get a view of that. I try to stay away from stress, Jane. It does nothing for you. Stress will kill you. So I try my best to stay away from stress.
Austin 7 Boy 009.
I don't know if we're going to be able to
Secure your radio.
get a good view of this or not. We're going to definitely try.
Austin 7 Boy 009. Michael Perkins showing previous conviction of assault on law enforcement. Negative 29.
Zero.
We're still checking.
10-4. Unit 1 Baker 23, clear your en route to the Assist EMS Priority 2 at 9301 Hogeye Road. It's going to be Unit 506. The 60-year-old male is not responding, not awake, but is breathing.
They got people in handcuffs over there, y'all.
232, guys. You can show us on Xena UIL.
Copy.
Can you send me a booking photo for the Sean Bizarrett in my tree, please?
Austin 7 Boy 311, 10-4.
Somebody in a Mercedes over there. I wish those trucks would move. You can see the let me see if we can pull up over here.
Okay, guys.
275, go ahead.
Is there EMS notification for a 48-year-old female complaining of back pain?
10-4.
Somebody's going to jail over there.
It's now awake and completely alert.
Let's see if I can get you guys a better view.
Is there any other injuries or conditions?
All right, they're letting them go. That's good, I guess.
275 negative.
They're letting them go.
275. She might be having a mental health episode.
Where are we at here?
10-9, you didn't come through.
Lakeway unit is holding a welfare check, 620 in Lakeway. There's a male threatening to jump into traffic. 623 en route. 10-4. It's going to be 620 in Dave Drive.
We're attempting to make call back now.
820, go ahead.
Robert Tome, George, 6543, red and gold. The back of the map.
Alright. We're gonna get out of here.
Boy King 6, Boy 042, wait for it.
Okay.
En route to the PD. 10-4. 10-4. Stand by, we're getting
Did y'all get a good view of that? Did y'all see that?
Possibly going to be in the 900 block of 620.
Unclear. I'm passing Dave. I'm not seeing anything yet.
10-4, clear your outbound traffic, 12,200 block of Stone Ridge Gap.
Apologies. I did not have time to go live.
This is responding to 911 call, Wind Valley. I'll call back, spoke with the carman, who advised it was accidental, no emergency, no distress heard. Shirt, shorts, looks like he's got a backpack and sunglasses on.
Alright, guys.
10-4, that is the description we just got. Light blue shirt, tan, and black backpack, approximately 32 years of age.
10-4, I'm going to be making contact with him here at the corner.
10-4.
63, just go ahead and give him the channel until we determine that male's not a danger to himself anymore.
10-4, all units hold the air.
Airport Boulevard and 18th.
Do you copy 309?
Not sure what the arrest was for. All I know, they were doing a PC search. Most likely drugs. Alright. Oh man, they got a channel closed. What did I miss?
318, did 309 have traffic?
Oh, dang it. I was calling 311, but I was wondering if someone could 75 me.
10-4.
Dispatch clear.
303 is alright.
10.
What are these people over here doing?
10-4, all units resume normal traffic.
There's a car pulled up next to me honking. I don't know what they're doing behind me now.
819, dispatch shows 23.
That's scary.
10-4.
I've got to cool my phone down is what I got to do.
I got a subject to the property. Stand by for further. We're waiting to get description.
I'm going to run up to North Austin right now, see
Looks
what's
like last
happening
seen
up there.
on the 4th floor, the original P was a temp worker.
Go ahead.
4267775 Lime Lane.
Alright.
Can you, I've got, at the 777, can you go after that? I had background.
4267775 last name Lane.
10-4.
35 north.
491. RP is going to be at room 4.100 and is available to speak with an officer, but they don't believe they have any further info for you.
Probable cause. It means they either smelled marijuana or saw something that gave them probable cause to search.
Can you get you all secure for map and Excel 310A?
Let's see, angry mutant pepper spray immune dogs coming at you.
Not the front.
Clear code 4 and 1 Maker 23, clear code 4, Maker 21, clear you're out on traffic, 12,000 block of Ring Drive.
T at the campus police office.
What time is it? Yep, more than likely.
$741, is you already up here?
Good.
It's showing Christopher Lane as a gang member caution.
Uh-oh.
And also a violent offender, assault on law enforcement.
Gang member and assault on law enforcement.
10-4 is negative on that. Driver's license eligible and current.
7630, do we have in-house history with him being EDP?
Appaloosa.
763 negative. Where?
That's in Bell, Texas.
Denim jacket, dingy, white and red hat, small camera.
Okay.
One take copy that. I'm going to be in the area.
Okay.
It's going to be Tom Charles X-ray 3655. It's going to be a blue.
Sorry
Explorer.
guys, it started the stream
10-4, clear
over.
out on traffic at 14,300 block of Pebble Run Path.
It started the stream over, I think.
63 to 78. 78. I'm not sure if y'all saw the call notes. The subject made self-harm statements, and that's why he was going into traffic.
Ten four. 41 device and note of a false report. Looking at notes.
741 and 763.
When I saw him, he was clearly on the shoulder. He seems completely fine to me, and he's telling me that he was just having an argument with his coworker, and that he has no inclination to hurt himself or anybody else.
Not good.
Units on the welfare check. The complainant would also like to be contacted, and the wife as well.
I'll contact the complainant.
Appaloosa Trail. It's ESD 11.
Code 4. Just at 44 is on traffic. 18,600 block of 1431.
10-1, clear code 4.
K911.
Good.
Panic alarm, SRH2, first floor, room 2.114.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a question. I have a ton of video that I have never released from these camps around Austin. What do I do with all this video that I've never released? Do I make a compilation?
21st Street.
Do I just release them as a whole file? Do I just keep posting them as, 30-second clips? I don't know what to do. I have so much video that you guys have never seen, and I don't know what to do with it all. I filmed it. I don't want to let it go to waste. I would like for you guys to be able to see it, but let's see. Slaughter, Bibrook near the service station. They're always around in the woods near the discount tire shop. South Park Meadows, Home Depot. Anonymous, yes sir. I know that area well. I've been in that area one time, and it was shortly after the city had done a cleanup in that area. So I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to add it to my list and figure out exactly what to do. We're going to add it to the list and figure out when we're going to go back down there. But thanks for bringing that up. This city is big. There's a lot of these places, and I miss things. So thanks for bringing that up, brother.
Transport is in cash for Michelle on a BOED.
Yeah, I got to figure out what to do with all this video that I have. I don't know what to do with it all.
633 same traffic. 10-1. Go ahead.
They'll be at Lagos Elementary, Security 2.
10-1.
C325, can you send me a report number? Have a report number ending in 0111 0111. Copy. No checks. No.
One thing, do we have a time frame on this?
Receive the call over at 1055.
Kevin Boyd, 703 Austin.
Austin 70703.
Show me back in service on that call at the Chuck Wagon. I'll be entering a criminal trespass for the subject in a little bit.
10-4.
Nine eight 41. Okay. For about a 400, you know.
10-4.
That's so bad.
Austin 7.110, 10-4.
Poop buckets everywhere.
There doesn't seem to be anything crazy going on. There's a female in a pink shirt that's standing at the desk for a while.
Copy.
Bum, 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 bum.
1318 Dorma.
Alright, let's see what we
1318,
got
go ahead.
going.
Dorma for 4215.
10-4 now.
Traffic injury 620, 7710 620. That's up there by that. That's off towards Lakeway. 521 Springdale. That is closer. We're not going to go there.
311.
311, go ahead.
Show me another unit. He's got a fake plate on the car.
Uh-oh.
10-4.
Denmark.
Shot you want, code 4. 10-4.
Dum 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 dum.
Austin 432.
I'll give you to courtesy ride down to the discount tire falling KNS towing, starting mileage 134550.
You know, I haven't seen Butterfly in the chat this morning.
Clear. Council time 1112.
Let's see, I've seen Fubar, I haven't seen Chudge, I haven't seen anybody in the chat that I normally see.
Dispatch to all units, any units in the area of Oak Meadow, in front of Don's Barbecue. Can you use 75 with 311?
306, I'll go ahead and store this way.
Oak Meadow.
10-4, I'll put you around. Five 24 is on a council arrest warrant, 505 Kennison Drive.
741, your return.
Good.
Parents says an ID only is eligible and current.
Alright.
One baby 23, I'm sorry, what was that?
One by name, date of birth, when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Last name Middleton, Mary Ida David, Lincoln Edward Tom, Ocean Nora. First name George Robert
that's
Adam,
funny.
Lincoln Ida Nora, 42576 DL is needed.
That's funny.
10-4, what's that number?
44384019.
Alright.
308's en route to 311.
Did you give us advice? Fixed around.
Do, 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 do.
251, they do have EMS en route.
We're gonna pull over here. Oh,
741.
he's got a low rider. He can't make it over the speed bumps.
343, the wife never actually requested contact. So I did go ahead and tell the first individual on let's go ahead and just contact his wife to see if she can come pick him up. I'm going to go ahead and add call notes.
10 more.
He can't make it over the speed bumps.
Range block of Stone Ridge Gap.
021, that 20 comes back 2A, Toyota Tacoma, silver in color, current insurance confirmed, negative 99.
Oh man. It's a
021, 10-4.
morning here in
I'm still
Austin.
go for it. You put me no change. 10-4.
10-4, I can show you 10.
Definitely a slow morning. Let's see.
432 Austin, 90 mileage.
Austin 432, go ahead.
552.
10-4, Chronicle time 11:16.
Dun, 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 dun.
Affirmative, they're already set now.
This code 4 is accidental.
There's more Popeye's restaurants in Austin than there is anything else. It feels like I see them constantly.
Unit 309. Just for my 43, it's all 4 up. Keys are with vehicle, correct?
I'm sorry, you said the keys are with the vehicle?
10-4, just make sure the keys are with it and it's all 4 up.
Yes, got keys.
Yep.
Unit 2 dispatch. Go ahead. Go ahead, Charlie, back to Charlie or Digger Elementary or Digger Middle.
Sorry, I had the radio's audio patched into the stream and I didn't realize it. I hope that wasn't causing echoes and everything else. If it was, I apologize.
Unit 23, clear, code 4.
Unit is 23.
Temple.
If you gotta
One EMS bus number 7.
All right. Well, guys, I think it is almost 11:30. We've been live now for an hour and a half. I'm gonna end the stream now. I will be back. I'm gonna be in town working for a while longer. Anything comes up out here that you would need to know about. Hey, Joe. Anything comes up out here that you guys would need to know about, I will go live again. But other than that, I appreciate everyone being on. I appreciate everyone listening, chatting, commenting. It's good stuff. And I will be back on. Like I said, if anything happens that you guys need to know about, I will be back on.